Ay, tingnan natin. Parang mas maganda yung gantong. That's better. Yan. Yes, calabinch. Okay. Good evening. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Hi, Yam. Good evening. Alam niyo na, share natin live video. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Coffee muna tayo habang hinihintayin the rest of the participants tonight. So you can go ahead and already send in your questions para alam nyo na, medyo mahaba lagi yung pila natin para we can be sure na the questions natin will be entertained for tonight. So pila na kagad. Okay. Kat, good evening, Kat. Ay, oh my gosh, grabe nakaabot. In fairness sa'yo, nakahabol tayo. Walang duty? Okay, and I hope ma-pronounce ko ng tama yung name mo. Is it, hindi ko talaga alam how to say it. Is it, ayokong mang-murder ng pangalan. Is it Brina? Brina sounds, is it right? And okay, good evening. Maraming salamat for joining us tonight. And then, we are just waiting for participants to come in. And then, later on, we are going to start our session. It's Thursday again. And medyo mahaba. May pila na ba? Oo, may pila na. Okay, dahil may pila na tayo, we have to make sure na we send in our questions right away para naman maka-participate tayo. Dahil ito na, ayun na, medyo pumapasok na yung maraming mga questions natin for tonight. Okay? So, good evening, everyone. Okay, mag-shift pa ako ng master sa, okay. Ay, okay. So para syempre confidential yung mga tanong natin, huwag niyo ilagay sa comment section yung mga tanong natin. Syempre para confidential yung mga tanong natin. And syempre, para din hindi kayo lalong maihiya to let all of these questions para to let it out yung mga questions natin and for you to not hold back dun sa mga gusto niyong mga questions na masagot natin, di ba? By the way, okay, medyo road to Ben and Ben na ba tayo ngayon? Hanggang dito pala yung gusto. Hinako na. Napakaswerte ko naman. Meron na naman all the way from Sweden. Thank you naman for joining us tonight. Cha, thank you for joining us all the way from Sweden. Yan. How do we greet everybody na from Sweden? Paano ba natin Damien is here again. Maraming salamat naman. I sent one. Uy, ayan na. So, sige na, send in those questions. Agahan na natin ng pila kasi you know how it is. Medyo humahaba-haba ang pila natin lagi. And lalo na sa mga sumubok mag-participate ng Tuesday pero hindi masyado nakaabot. Sorry na, chance natin tonight. Okay. Ay, ang ganda niyan. So, paano natin ipo-pronounce yung na yan? Paano mo sasabihin niya? Para lang din bang hey yan, pero J yung dulo. Kaya Aba naman sa Bessie natin, na binabalanse ang mga schedule ng panonood ng Legal Wives. Huwag kakalimutan, Legal Wives pa rin. So, kailangan updated tayo sa umaatikabong mga eksena sa Legal Wives. Okay. Hey lang din. Spelling lang yung spelling lang yung difference niya. Di maganda. Hey din pala para J yung dulo. Now we learn something new. Yan. So good evening sa lahat ng mga participants natin tonight and sa mga viewers natin. Maraming salamat for joining us. It's another meaningful session, Tarot Thursdays tayo with free mini concert. Welcome to my first set. Ay, teka nga. Every Thursday, pansin nyo ba, that's the time that I offer offer another prayer through a song because Thursdays for me, if you're also by the way wondering bakit ba Tuesday yung napili kong araw, kasi nga Tuesday for me is a very auspicious day, and then Thursday as well. Actually, papansin nyo kung yung mga episodes na you would normally see na we upload on a weekly basis would always be under either it's a Tuesday, Thursday, or Sunday because those are my auspicious days. So magandang energy sa akin ng pag Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. And if the question is, how did you get that? How did you end up with that lucky day? Through Vedic astrology. Every day is represented by a planet na if the planet is very favorable in your charts according to your Vedic astrology, anything that you do on that day will yield blessings. No, lalo for me because my lucky days are Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. So if you're wondering what are the planets that are the planets that we get to experience every day. So it starts with Sunday. Kaya siya tinawag na Sunday because it's dedicated to the Lord of the Sun. Now, of course, Sun is not, and the next one is the Moon. Sun and Moon, of course, they are not actual planets, but they are also considered as one of like a planet in Vedic astrology. And after Sunday, kaya siya Sunday kasi Sun, Lord Surya, he is the planet that mostly resonates the Sunday energy. Pag Monday, kaya siya it's represented by the planet Moon, kaya siya Monday kasi Moon Day. Yun. Now, Tuesday is dedicated to Lord Mars, the god of war. And that is my ruling planet, Mars. That's why my Tarot Tuesdays primarily is always on a Tuesday. Wednesday is planet Mercury. And every Thursday is Lord Jupiter, the guru. Lord Jupiter is the guru. That's why Thursdays are very, very auspicious for me. Fridays, it's planet Venus. Saturday is the planet Saturn. Kaya siya Saturday kasi it's for the planet Saturn. So yan yung natin. By the way, if you haven't watched our weekly tarot reading, Diyos ko po, nakakakapit. Kahit ako, if you've seen the video, medyo napakapit ako ng malupit. Because meron na naman tayong mga specific warnings for this week. So, I hope napanood nyo na. Kung hindi pa, it's still Thursday. May chance pa tayo to really prepare well sa mga days natin energetically. Dahil, I always say this, the weather, just like how the weather for the day is, we get to prepare. If it's a sunny day, of course, diba, at least wear comfortable clothes, parang ganyan. When it's a rainy day, you'd also wear yung mga proper clothing para hindi tayo masyadong mahahassle ng ulan. So those are the ways on how, when we get to prepare energetically, yung impact will be lesser. So yun yung mga reason ba't kailangan nating to be mindful of the energies ahead of us so that we can prepare and then mas malesen yung impact sa atin. So by the way, let us already start dahil medyo marami nang dumarating na mga questions and entries for our session for tonight para marami naman tayo matulungan ulit. Let's start our session na. And so, you know that I am going to say the prayers in Hindu because I am a practicing Hindu. And I highly encourage everybody to say a little prayer with me, no matter which belief system or religion that you are following. We will all be gathering in to offer our energies, offer our prayers to the divine, no matter which religion or belief system you're following. Let us all pray for guidance, wisdom, and protection. Okay? So let's go. Om. 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 Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshvara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshvara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshvara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti. 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 Okay, thank you and welcome everybody. Now, allow me to offer another prayer in the form of a song, and this time, I will be singing and chanting another form of prayer to offer and to bring back the honor to all of our gurus. Now, we have many forms of gurus. Our very first gurus or teachers in our lives, and that would be our parents. So this song we also offer to our parents, to all of the professors and the teachers in the academe, sa lahat ng mga naging teacher natin in the past. And if you're currently studying right now, then we will offer this to your teachers as well. We are also offering this to all of the spiritual gurus that we know and that we also honor. I am also taking this opportunity to honor our teacher, the teacher, my Reiki teacher, Sir Noel Reselia. Officially today, I am also celebrating. Today is exactly the 3rd year of me becoming a Reiki master and teacher. And this will not be possible if I have not met an amazing guru through my teacher. So allow me to share this prayer to honor all of the gurus out there and to my Reiki master and teacher, Sir Noel Reselia, and also to all of our life experiences, one of our greatest teachers, our own life experiences. So let me offer this prayer and mantras for you all. Tvameva mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhush Chasakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhush Chasakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva 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 Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Yan. Thank you so much, everybody. And welcome to my first set. Concert pa. Joke lang, okay? Joke lang. Okay, so welcome, everybody. My name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, also an intuitive tarot and intuitive tarot teacher. Welcome to Tarot Thursdays. Okay, nakakalimutan. Tarot Thursdays. Now, here sa Tarot Thursdays, we provide free reading for everybody. So kung meron tayong kailangan linawin anything about our life aspects or anything that you feel very uncertain about, this is the place where we provide answers for you. So, now, nakalimutan ko i-type. Ita-type ko lang muna yung guidelines natin here in the comment section para naman sa mga gusto mag-participate sa atin tonight, I will just type in our guidelines and then susundan lang natin ito here. Okay, let me just type it here. Okay. Okay, may typo lang. Sandali. There you go. Yun. And let me just pin this post for everybody. Ayan. Okay. Now, nakalagay na sa ating comment section yung ating guidelines for tonight. But of course, I'm going to share to everybody yung guidelines natin para dire-diretso yung mga tanong natin and hindi tayo magiging clueless kung ano yung mga tanong na pwedeng itanong. Because meron tayong certain guidelines even in asking those questions. So, first of all, ano ba muna yung nababasa ni Marky when we ask questions and when we use the tarot reading, saan naman natin binabasa yung mga binabasa natin? Now, any question that we will be asking for tonight will all be based on these three elements. But of course, this is comprised of our energies. And what are these three elements? Lahat to current thoughts or anything current na pinaprocess natin sa mga mind natin. And from those things na pinaprocess natin sa mind natin, what are the decisions that we're supposed to make? Kung ano yung mga ninarrow down na options natin, that's another. And then finally, dun sa mga narrow down options natin, what will be the action that we will be taking? So yun yung tatlo, current thoughts, current decisions, and current actions. Yun yung babasahin natin. And syempre, once we start taking action into it will now be subjected to the universal law of cause and effect. So yun yung ating mababasa. So by the way, sa lahat na magpa-participate tonight in our session, anything about your love, your career, and in syempre, kakalimutan, yung health natin, doon natin ibabase yung mga magiging energies natin. Now, kung sino yung magtatanong, hahanapin ko sa energy nila yung sagot. There will be some questions, however, na instead of me, halimbawa, yung tatanong ninyo is, may hindi kayo pagkakaunoan na isang, halimbawa, kaibigan ninyo, tapos ang gusto nyo malaman kayo yung magtatanong, pero ang gusto ninyong malaman, ano ang iniisip nitong kaibigan ko sa akin? So in short, imbis na sa energy ninyo ko hahanapin ko yung energy na yon sa ibang tao. And if they don't have any knowledge and wisdom na gagawin ko yun, para ako naninilip sa buhay ng ibang tao, kapag wala akong permiso, it will entail a little overstepping and medyo meron kasi tong karma. Para siyang invasion of privacy. Yung karma, hindi yun mapupunta sa nagtanong, dun sa sumagot. Okay, so, tama na po. Ang dami ko na pong pinaprocess na karma. Okay, so kailangan syempre mindful tayo. Now, may say do not hold back kung ano naman po ang mga questions ang gusto nating itanong kasi may paraan naman po para even if these questions may entail relationships o kailangan talaga ang sagot ay mahanap natin sa ibang tao, may paraan naman para gawin natin yun. Kailangan lang natin, lagi nating isasama yung energy nung nagtanong and hahati-hatiin natin yung energies kung sino man yung involved directly dun sa question. So it can be 2 or more people in terms of relationships. It can be friends and family. It can be your romantic relationship. Basta, iisipin natin, ang mahalagang isama is yung energy nung nagtanong para wala siyang karma. Now, also, there is just a reminder if that happens. Kung yung mga questions natin will always be involving relationships. Any given time na kung sino man yung kasama dun sa equation nung tanong natin, at any given time na either nagbago yung isip nila o more so kung halimbawa yung mga actions sila kapag nag-iba, may tendency na maiba din yung accuracy natin o mabago yung mga magiging mangyayari in the future. Why? Because kahit na may makukuha tayong reading ngayon, kapag naiba nila yung energy nila, may possibility din na maiba yung magiging sagot. Why? Kasi nga, anything outside of us, hindi natin kontrolado. Hindi natin kontrolado yung energy ng ibang tao. Hindi natin kontrolado yung isip nila and kung anong sasabihin nila and kung anong gagawin nila. Ang kontrolado lang natin ay yung sarili natin. Our own thoughts, our own decisions, and our own actions. And therefore, ang pinaka-accurate na mga readings na makukuha natin is anything and everything about you. So, pero wag mag-alala, syempre, kailangan lang naman magkaroon din tayo ng opportunity to also see through other situations. Like, halimbawa, talagang ang kailangan tanong natin will be concerning relationships, okay lang. Basta mindful lang tayo of the possibilities. Now, sa card natin, we will be, by the way, using, this is our tarot card for tonight. This is, well, ito naman lagi ang gamit ko. Favorite ko kasi to. This is the Golden Tarot and this is by Cat Black. We will be using this card para basahin natin yung mga energy sa mga katanungan ninyo. May dalawang klase ng cards tayo pwede makuha. One is a major card and one is a minor card. So sa mga tanong natin, pag nakuha natin major card, that means medyo clear, either solid blessing or warning. Now, kapag minor cards, hindi naman ibig sabihin hindi siya maganda. Ibig sabihin lang may mga tatrabahuhin lang tayo to manifest this fully. Parang isipin niyo yung parang prutas, pahihinugin muna natin. When it's ripe for the picking, and then pwede na. Now, another reminder for everybody, since nga, ang pinakakailangan lang naman natin maalala is yung ating mindfulness sa energies natin. Sa lahat ng mga magtatanong, usually ang mga tinatanong lang naman is either, will it be something that's favorable for me o hindi favorable? Now, wag po kayong mag-alala. Just in case, and honestly, kahit ano naman po ang mabunot natin, whether it's good, pwede pa siyang pagandahin. How? Then pagandahin natin yung thoughts, decisions, and action, mas magaganda pa siya. If yung sa question na itatanong natin, hindi ganun masyadong ka-favorable yung lumabas, wag din mag-alala. All we need to do, shift our thoughts, shift our decisions, and shift our actions, and then possibly, hindi natin makukuha yung mga warnings na yan. All it entails is for us to be mindful again. Now, some of you may be needing some answers kung may mga life aspects tayo sa buhay natin na medyo hindi tayo certain. Go ahead and send those entries nakalagay sa ating pinned post, yung ating guidelines on how to participate. So madaling-madali lang po yun. All we need to do is to share this live video in your social media. I know some of you may not have Facebook, but that's okay. Basta i-share nyo lang sa social media ninyo and then take a screenshot of that. And then pakipadala lang in our official Facebook page. It's at Everyday Reiki with Marky na inbox. And please, I know some of you I'm already friends online with, and hindi po ako nagche-check ng aking hindi ako nagche-check ng aking personal account during sessions para mas streamlined yung mga questions natin. Nakatutok lang po ako sa ating Facebook page. So, but just in case, I know some of you may mga special dyan na mga request. If you're sending the screenshots in the Instagram account, let me know lang din dito so I can check it. Okay? So, ayun na. Let me say hi muna to everybody. Teka nga. Ay, Amor, naku, napakasuki niyan. Maraming salamat. Alam mo na, magtanong na magtanong. Although mahaba na uli yung pila, naririnig ko, no? Habang nagko-concert ako kanina, ang dami nang pumapasok na questions. Pero okay lang yan. Marami tayong time for everybody. And syempre, this is really something that we will keep doing twice in a week. So marami tayong chances. Now, naku po, napaka-global na naman natin. Hello, my fellow Reiki Master all the way from California, USA. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. Say, napaka-aga pa dyan, ha? Thank you naman for napagbigyan mo ako. Okay. Sige, si Anime Download Cafe. Alam mo, yung anime pa lang na kinikilig na ako because I'm also an anime fan. So, yan. Okay, thank you. Sige, may question ka, kung bahala sa'yo, okay? Huwag mo lang itanong kung kailan nagiging Pirate King yung sa One Piece, si Luffy. Baka hindi pa tapos yung story arc na yan. Huwag na yung mga ganun. Na-miss ko sa Tuesday kaya ito Thursday. Ay, naku, buti na lang, hahabol tayo. Okay? So by the way, dahil mahaba na ang pila, simulan na natin yung session natin, ha? So, huwag din kayo pala mag-alala sa lahat po ng mga nanonood sa atin tonight. And syempre, kung regular na kayo, ansuki na kayo dito sa Tarot Thursdays natin, and Tuesday, syempre, kahit po na we are just here to listen, we are not necessarily participating, okay lang. Kasi we always make sure here in Tarot Tuesdays and Thursdays, lahat ng guidance na binibigay natin sa magpa-participate, yes, this directly concerns them. Pero, yung mga binibigay ko din na guidance is something na pwede nyo ma-apply sa sarili ninyong mga life aspects. Kaya naman, sumama lang kayo the whole time. And don't forget to share the video. Kahit sabi ko nga kahit naman hindi necessarily ikaw yung magpa-participate, you wouldn't really know kung sino sa mga network mo, kung either your friends or family who may be needing guidance as well. Imagine, ikaw pa yung naging blessing sa kanila. So, eto na. Simulan na natin. Tignan na natin kung okay, tingnan natin yung sa atin. Ayun. Newcomer yung ating yung buwan naman natin. Wow, okay, sige. So, ganito ang gagawin natin. I will reply dun sa mga messages nyo to tell you na it's your questions na ating i-entertain. And also, wag po kayo mag-alala, lahat po na magpa-participate, we will always honor your identity here sa ating YouTube channel. Hindi po tayo magdi-disclose kung sino yung nagtanong to also protect the identity ng magpa-participate. And also, in full confidence na ako lang po nakakita ng lahat mga questions natin. So don't hold back with those questions. Ang importante, we get to address them. I will only get to read the questions ng mga participants natin. This will also be designed just in case na the participants will be busy all throughout yung session natin habang naghihintay tayo ng queue natin. Don't worry, you can always go back and rewatch these episodes kasi lagi po yung nakapost sa channel natin. So eto na, Sir Marky. Ask ko lang about sa finances ko itong Burr months. Career and finances ngayong Burr months. Sure. Mukhang mukhang gustong-gustong makapagregalo ng maigi, ha? Kaya chine-check natin yung ano natin. Tingnan natin yan. Walang problema dyan. Okay, tingnan natin. Okay? Okay, finances for this Burr months para sa ating first participant. Here we go. O, kalma lang. O, humahaba na nung humahaba yung pila, kaya kailangan sumali na tayo ng malupit, okay? Dahil ang haba na ng pila natin. Oh, very good. Okay. By the way, we have a minor card here, but this is not a very bad card at all because this is gonna be the card for our first participant. We have the King of Coins. Ayan, King of Coins. Now, in the tarot cards, when we talk about coins, it talks about kaching. So yes, the answer is a solid yes. And look at this. Look, the king, alam mo kasi, you'll be surprised by the way, na alam niyo po ba na yung bicycle cards, the playing cards that we know of na ginagamit natin, either pang entertainment, ito yung mga minsan ginagamit natin mga pang unggoy-ungguyan, lucky nine, mga ganyan, tong-its, pusoy-dos, you'll be surprised that that is actually part of the tarot cards. Sila yung minor cards. Now, there is only one major card sa bicycle cards, hindi pa ginagamit. You may have guessed it right. The Joker. The Joker, mukha lang siyang salimpusa sa bicycle cards, but I'm telling you, it's one of the major cards ng ating playing cards ng bicycle. So imagine this, when we talk about coins, ang representation niya, or the pentacles, ang representation niya sa ating bicycle cards sa baraha, these are the diamonds. And kung ikaw, mahilig ka marunong ka magpusoy dos o marunong ka magtong-it, when we talk about the diamonds, ito yung medyo mataas yung mga ranking when it comes dun sa bicycle cards natin. Talking about the King of Coins literally represents as if it's the King of Diamonds. And it's another literal sense, King of Coins, the King of kaching. So very good. Clearly, if the question is, will you be able to find the right balance for you to share your blessings and for you to also experience the blessings yourself, I'm telling you, this is gonna be a Merry Christmas financially. But this is kasi regarding your current energy. You've learned how to work on this. Not just to save for the rainy days, but because you really know what you want. Kung I'm not sure kung ganito rin kayo, pero parang every time, you'd think even if you have an energy to think of the gifts for your loved ones, pero ako kasi nag-iisip din ako, ano kaya regalo ko sa sarili ko? Naggaganon din ako. Naggaganon din ba kayo? I wanna mag-comment, pakitype in nga sa comment section kung katulad ko ba kayo na nagbibigay ng regalo sa sarili. Hindi lang yan, hindi lang sa basta may special for my birthday and for Christmas, nireregaluhan ko talaga yung sarili ko. And those are really ways for me to reward myself. This one, in our first participant, you already know what you want. And ang nakakatawa doon is that you really are preparing well for this because this is in a form of reward. Ganun din ako. And so, if the question is, will you have the right capacity to give, at least to achieve yung goal mo for yourself? Yes, makakapag-share ka pa nga. And that is really something that you worked hard for. Now, pwede pa tong gumanda. How? Continuously. Kasi remember that manifesting this is one, consistently having this is another. So how to be consistent? How to be consistent with our blessings? Continuously work hard. Continuously give your best effort when it comes to your financial resources, and then magtutuloy-tuloy yan. But therefore, I'm telling you, without a shadow of a doubt, I'm telling you, this is going to be a Merry Christmas, especially for you and your loved ones. And I know no matter how things will unfold for us this Christmas, no matter what further announcements there will be regarding our health protocols, social gatherings, etc., fulfilling ang magiging Pasko natin because you have a very good plan to share your blessings. And that really is already a blessing right there. So, you'll be surprised as well na lahat ng mga mapagbigay, sa lahat ng mga naglalaan ng energy to share blessings towards other people, you'll be surprised that the universe will continuously reward you even more. Kaya naman nakaka-excite ang Pasko mo. And I'm really looking forward for you to witness this on your own. And when you do, kapag na-enjoy mo na, lalo na pag nabili mo na yung para sa yung nakalaan, share mo naman, di ba? And let's continuously celebrate these successes, okay? So yun lamang. Maraming salamat for joining Tarot Thursdays. Maraming salamat. Good evening, everybody. My name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher and also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher. Welcome to Tarot Thursdays. Kalimutan ko. Tarot Thursdays. So libre lang magtanong here. Kahit ano mga katanungan nyo. Anything about, ito na lang, finances na naman ha. Last Tuesday, may nagtanong ng health. Pero magtanong pa rin kayo about health ha. Importante yan. If you want to participate, nakalagay sa pin post natin yung instructions and guidelines how to ask questions. And then, tara na. Haba ng pila. Magdire-diretso na tayo. Para lahat ng mga questions masagot na natin ng todo-todo for tonight. Okay? So, teka lang. By the way, first come, first serve po tayo. I know some of you may have several questions. Pag magpa-participate tayo, we will entertain one question at a time. Now, kapag nasagot natin yung isang tanong ninyo, uubusin lang natin yung queue para fair sa lahat ng mga gusto mag-participate. We will answer one question at a time. Kapag naubos natin yung queue, hopefully maubos natin kagad yung queue. And then we will go back to those other questions for follow-through. Okay? So, eto na. Tingnan na natin yung mga next natin. Okay, here we go. Ayun. Okay. Hi, Sir Marky. Sana po mapansin taro. Oh, eto na. O, di ba? Na-manifest ng maigi. Okay. So, tanong ko po ay lagi na lang po nade-delay goals ko. Pattern na siya. Ano po kaya yung lagi kong... Anak. Kala. Ganyan talaga kapag magulang ka. Ano? Okay. Tanong ko lang po, lagi po nade-delay yung goals ko. Pattern na siya. Ano po kaya yung lagi kong ginagawang mali? Feeling ko po minsan ang malas-malas ko. What is it po that I keep doing wrong that keeps me from achieving my goals? Please and thank you. P.S. I love your YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Okay. Alam mo, anong tawag dito? This question, honestly, mag-discuss na lang tayo ng manifestation instead of us getting a card for you, lalo sa participant natin ngayon. Let's talk about how to manifest, and this is something that everybody will definitely benefit from. So ito sabi ko nga when in this topic of manifestation, hindi lang to limited to one thing. Hindi lang to limited if you want to manifest abundance and prosperity, hindi lang to limited doon. So look at it this way. Kung ano man ang gusto nating ma-manifest in our life, it can be abundance, prosperity, good health. Siyempre, kailangan healthy tayo. It can be love. Yung love life natin, pwede. Let's discuss how we are going to manifest this one by one. So first of all, hindi po totoo. I-address ko muna yung situation nitong current participant natin na hindi po tayo malas. Okay? Hindi rin po tayo pinarurusahan. Now, we have to understand why the universe responds a certain way sa atin. So, there are a lot of experiences in our life na sometimes binibigay naman na mabilis, pero there are times na pinaghihirapan muna natin, and therefore that same goes na kailangan nating maging patient as we wait for things to manifest, as we wait for everything to manifest fully so we can enjoy it. Meron tayong tinatawag na divine timing. And that's God's perfect timing for everyone, in which do I know exactly when? Anong tawag dito? Well, oftentimes nakukuha ko naman yung ganyan, but syempre, it's always perfectly unique and authentically to everybody. Walang one size fits all na kind of timeline or yung ating mga divine timing. So walang rule book na magsasabi na ang divine timing will happen next week, 3 o'clock, sa ganitong tao for everybody. Walang ganon. Okay, iba-iba tayo ng divine timing. Clearly, there are people na nauuna, but there are people na talagang kailangan maging patient and maghintay. But it doesn't mean na wala yung divine timing, wala na tayong pwedeng gawin on that. We can help this manifest if we know how to manifest. So ito na, tuturo ko na kung paano tayo magma-manifest. First things first, you have to know what you want to manifest. Kailangan alam muna natin. So, para mas madali nating mai-illustrate to, I will refer to this just like in a game of archery. Okay? May bow and arrow. So, ang goal is ma-hit natin yung bullseye. Okay? So, like that. So, first of all, kung alam mo kung saan mo dadalhin yung yung pana, mas madali. Kasi hindi kayong parang nasa dilim ka lang, tapos you want to shoot an arrow, pitch black. You're not sure kung saan siya tatama. You're not sure kung may tatamaan siya. You're not sure kung may chance bang may tamaan ka or what. Why? Kasi madilim. Parang you're just hoping na one way or another, may matamaan ka. But when you know your goal, you can easily aim it towards your goal. In this case, the bullseye. Pag alam natin yung goal natin, and that's in this case, the bullseye, and then itututok natin siya doon. Now, that's the first thing to do. We have to know what we want to manifest. We have to understand the energy that we are wanting to manifest. If we want to manifest abundance and prosperity, then our goal is abundance and prosperity. Kung gusto ma-manifest ang love, then that's our goal, and etc., etc. You have to know what the goal is. You have to know what the target is. That's the first step. Once we already know what the goal is, this is something that you really need to understand. Kung anong goal, yun din ang energy na ilalabas natin. What do I mean by this? If the goal is abundance and prosperity, and then dapat you have to remember your energy. What's comprised of your energies again? What are the 3 elements in your energies? Hindi to recitation, okay? Hindi to quiz. So, there are 3 elements involved in our energies: thoughts, decisions, actions. Therefore, kung ang goal is abundance and prosperity, dapat in your thoughts, the thoughts that we are processing is all about abundance and prosperity. In our decisions, the decisions that we need to choose will always resonate abundance and prosperity. And yung actions natin would always have to resonate abundance and prosperity. Why? Because in this universe, how the universe also responds to energy is in a form of cause and effect. We commonly know this. In the Christian or the Catholic faith, we call this the golden rule. Do not do unto others what you don't want to be done unto you. For us Hindus, we call it karma. Karma ang tawag sa atin yan. But science calls it Newton's third law of motion, wherein in every action, there's always equal or unequal action-reaction. So that means, kung anong energy nilabas mo, yun at yun lang din ang babalik sa'yo. So imagine if your goal is abundance and prosperity, for you to receive abundance and prosperity, and for the universe to provide abundance and prosperity, parang, di ba, kailangan, for inertia to happen, kailangan meron munang may divine spark muna to happen. And then parang, what's another, pag may bola, di ba, for it to move, it's not gonna move on its own. A little applied force has to happen for it to move and to react. Kailangan may gawin muna tayong force. There should be a driving force na pagbabasihan ng energy ng universe natin. In this case, if you would want to manifest abundance, ibig sabihin lahat ng pinaprocess mo sa thoughts mo will be anything and everything for you to manifest it. That means for you to work hard, for you to make sure na you're not just working hard, you know how to work well, you know how to deliver well sa work mo. You have to be best at your work. You have to do anything and everything that it takes in your thoughts to manifest that. And pati lahat ng mga pipiliin yung decision will always be about abundance and prosperity. That means, how will you be resourceful? How will you be able to be very good at work? That means, even in your decisions, you have to work. You have to be present at work. You have to be working hard. Those are the things that you will have to keep choosing every time. And you have to take action on them. You just don't decide and tell yourself one day na, okay, maganda siguro mag-work na ako. O okay, sige, bukas, I'll work whole day. Tomorrow, sige. But then again, you don't do it. You don't take action into it. And so, paano natin mamamanifest kung iniisip nga, lagi nasa isip natin, nasa mga plano natin, pero hindi naman tayo gumagalaw? Hindi pa rin natin siya mamamanifest without that. So, we have to make sure it's easy kung tutuusin. Kung anong energy kailangan, yun lang din ang gagawin natin in our thoughts, decisions, and actions. But remember, manifesting them is one thing, pero being consistent is another. So in short, kung halimbawa ang goal mo is to just hit it once, to receive the blessing once, then okay, marireceive mo siya. But if you want to continuously receive it, then that means you have to continuously work on it. You have to continuously and consciously gear towards getting it all at the time in your thoughts, in your decisions, and in your actions. Tuloy-tuloy for you to consistently get it. Now, if you can also look, para dito sa current participant ko, if you look at the delays, you mentioned nga, sabi mo, there are certain delays in your life. Tingnan mo rin yung thoughts and decisions and actions mo. Did you stay true dun sa goal mo? And remember, the only time that we can answer these questions is when we are fully honest sa sarili natin. Why? Kasi kapag hindi tayo honest sa sarili natin, we may be sheltering ourselves from the truth, pero paano tayo magbabago kung even the mere truth dine-deprive natin sa sarili natin? And so, if you become very honest with yourself and just look at your thoughts, decisions, and actions and how you process things and how you decide on things and how you continuously and yung conscious effort mo to continuously work hard, continuously stay focused, continuously be present and find other ways so that you can be resourceful. You have to understand your energy that way, and only then will you find an opportunity to make it even better. You have to be honest first sa sarili mo na you have to be ready to really tell yourself and to ask yourself these questions and be ready for the answer. Kung hindi talaga tayo consistent, it's okay. Then at least now, tonight, in our session for tonight, you will have the better understanding on how you're going to be more focused, how you're going to be more dedicated. Because we can never be too hard on ourselves and just telling na parang masyado lang delay, parang lang minamalas ako o what, without really considering ano bang mga ginagawa natin. Remember, the universe is not just a wish-granting na genie na magpa-pray ka lang to na parang gusto ko po ng ganito, ha? Bukas kailangan maganda yung gano'n. The universe doesn't work that way. Hindi siya isang wish-granting genie inside a lamp. Hindi siya ganun. So we have to understand our energy. And this is literally just talking about abundance and prosperity, but practically, this is how the universe works. So therefore, kung anong gusto mong ma-manifest, yun lang din ang susundan natin. May it be love. By the way, another thing to consider is that kung ano yung goal natin, you can simply put it this way, kung ano yung goal natin dun sa energy natin, we have to embody that energy as well. So if you are talking about abundance and prosperity, yung abundance, you have to embody the energy of abundance. And by the way, there's a difference between abundance and prosperity. When we talk about abundance, this is literally the overflow. Okay? Kaya nga abundant. Okay? You are overflowing. Overflowing with what? You're overflowing with good energies, positive energies, good intentions. And I'm telling you na when we are living an abundant life, when we are overflowing with love, with happiness, everything else will follow. Everything else will follow because that's also how the universe works. It recognizes the energy that we put out and yun lang din ang ibibigay niya sa atin. Pabalik. And so continuously, imagine it this way. If I'm feeling very, very happy and trusting and I'm fully surrendering to trusting to God's plans, and I keep doing this every day along with hard work, along with consistent effort, along with conscious effort for me to stay focused and providing the best version of me so that I can keep providing, so that I can keep working hard. And then yan lang din ang ibibigay sa ni universe. Kasi that's the energy that you're giving out. Ganun lagi siya. Now, meron pang ways on how we will manifest. Okay? No matter which no matter which life aspects yung kailangan nating punan, meron siyang certain charity work na kailangan lang natin gawin. So if you would want to know specific charity works na gusto nyong gawin kasi may gusto kayong ma-manifest, leave a comment here in our comment section. Kasi iba-ibang days yung mga recommendations ng charity work depending kung anong gusto natin. Kung gusto ma-manifest ay love, there's a specific day na kailangan ka mag-charity work. Kung ang ima-manifest ay abundance and prosperity, may specific na charity work. For couples na who's wanting to conceive and gusto magka-baby pero medyo challenge to create that bundle of joy, may specific day din tayo for charity work. Now, why am I recommending charity work? Why am I recommending charity work when we get to manifest? Remember, the universe operates on the universal law of cause and effect. That means if we would also want to gain something, to manifest something, all we need to do is to also be ready to lose something from us, a part of our energy, any form of our energy. And money, of course, is a form of energy, but it's not limited to money. You can offer literally kindness, love, and like anything that would resonate, love, offering love, happiness, respect towards other people. And then before you do that that kind random kind of love and kindness, before you do that, it's best to also set your intentions. I'm going to either let go of this energy, or I'm going to offer my services, my energy, and this is to manifest this. And I'm doing this para ma-manifest ko to. I am letting go of this energy. I'm going to do charity work para ma-manifest ito. And it's not bad to set intentions like that. Again, going back, para mas targeted. If you talk about archery, the more targeted your goals are, and the more that you know where to aim your goal, and then the easier to manifest it. Para alam niya kung saan niya dadalhin yung energy. And then, keep doing this over and over and consistently para mas madagdagan yung energy ng manifestation natin. Okay? Keep doing this over and over. But again, you just have to realize, first, ano nga ba? Ano nga ba yung mga ima-manifest? And then, pag alam mo na yung ima-manifest mo, then focus on your thoughts, decisions, and actions, and gear towards, remember, kung anong energy yung gusto ma-manifest, dapat lahat ng mga gagawin natin in our energies will equally be the same. Now, remember, also, mindfulness is key. Mindfulness is key. Kung halimbawa, even if you're very mindful with the good things or with this process and you keep doing it over and over, pero hindi ka naman mindful sa mga either nilalabas natin sa bibig natin o yung mga dinadamdam natin sa puso natin o yung mga pinaprocess natin sa mind natin, if sa isang bagay ka lang mindful and then the rest, pwedeng ibalik pa rin sa'yo yan. So in short, even if nagcha-charity work kang ganyan, but then again, deliberately, we keep saying bad things towards other people. Imagine, may ginagawa ka maganda, makukuha mo yun, ibabalik ni universe yung energy na yun sa'yo. Pero hindi bias si universe. When you still do something that is not resonating love, ibabalik din sa'yo ni universe yun. And so, that is another mindfulness exercise that I would want to impart to everybody. You can manifest anything and everything, and you can definitely manifest it. But if you are less mindful of your energy, one way or another, baka na-offset din yung mga pinag-ipunan nating kindness, yung mga pinag-ipunan nating charity work. Because again, the universe is not biased. Hindi lang siya nakikinig sa lahat ng mga maganda. Hindi lang nakikinig yan sa mga magandang intentions natin. It's listening to all of our energies. Whether we do good or we don't, the universe will just respond equally. So you say bad things, equally yan ang babalik sa atin. You do bad things, equally yan ang babalik sa atin. Then you do good things again, babalik uli yan sa atin. In short, mini-mirror lang ni universe yung sarili nating energy. So therefore, wag mo rin sabihin and i-declare na malas ka. Kasi pag sinabi mo yon, makikinig lang din si universe. Malas. Sige. So do not manifest that. Instead, what I would want you to manifest is that you are trusting fully. Instead of filling your heart with so much doubt, so much worries, so much fear. Kasi remember, Kung anong energy nilalagay mo dyan sa katawan mo, babalik din sa'yo. And then lalo ka mag-worry. And then you will always fear. And then you will always doubt. So, hindi rin naman tayo magsisinungaling sa sarili natin. Kung halimbawa, we are feeling a little worried, we're feeling doubt, we're feeling fear, I don't want you to lie sa sarili ninyo. Of course, diba, sabi ko nga, pinopromote ko nga yung laging maging honest sa sarili. Then, of course, be honest. Continuously and consciously be honest with yourself. But when you start to recognize na, okay, hindi na masyadong maganda yung mga napaprocess ko inside of me, and then, the first thing to do is to acknowledge, yes, I'm feeling that. Yep, I'm feeling worries right there. Yep, I'm feeling worries. But then again, always go back to trusting. Naramdaman lang yan, pero you can trust once more na yes, nakaka-challenge yung gandong feeling. But, nope, I trust. I trust God's plans for me. I trust this is only a phase. I trust this is only a part of the process. I trust that tomorrow will be better. And to keep doing that over and over. Because remember, kung anong energy nilabas mo, yun at yun lang din ang babalik sa'yo. So in short, mindfulness is key. All you need to do is to continuously be mindful and to keep doing it over and over until you know it, na you're starting to see the positive shift in your life, because that's the most important thing. As you can see, change needs to be applied here. Kasi anything and everything that we have right now is a reflection ng kung ano din yung mga ginawa natin, kung ano yung mga thoughts, decisions, and actions natin. Kung anong meron tayo right now, it's always a product of that. Now, if you would want change, then change needs to be applied in our life first. Again, hindi nga siya wish-granting genie na you're just gonna rub a lamp right like that and then eventually may genie lalabas to provide you with those 3 wishes. Hindi siya ganun. You just have to be very mindful on how the universe works. Now, to go more in-depth on this, in our YouTube channel, total, nakasubscribe naman kayo, you have to maximize yung YouTube channel natin. We have specific topics here that discusses that. So I will, if you would want to go back to the very first one, look at the universal spiritual laws, and we have 3 dedicated episodes for that. Ang nasabi ko lang na universal spiritual law is just one part, pero may 3 klase ng universal spiritual laws, and this is practically how the universe works. And this is also, there's this one universal law that explains divine timing. And ano ba nangyayari dun sa divine timing? And ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng go with the flow? Merong specific na universal law that discusses that. And the more that you know how the universe works, the more that you will confidently go through your life and go through all of those life aspects mindfully, that no matter what is presented to you, no matter how your life unfolds, may mga blessing or may mga not so blessings, you will see all of these experiences as a good opportunity para lang may matutunan ka ng something new. And then to keep applying the change and be consistent about it. Now, this is not something that's done easily overnight. Of course, there are success stories. Marami success stories. But remember how it always entails when you're going to adjust, when you're going to apply something new in your life. It will always entail adjustment. So be gentle with yourself, okay? Oftentimes nga, minsan, in a Filipino setting nga, di ba, meron tayong tinatawag na ningas kugon. Okay, ano yung ningas kugon? Minsan sa umpisa lang. You want to start something, pero sa umpisa lang, di na may maintain. But I'm telling you, lahat yan. May paraan para makuha natin yung rhythm natin. May paraan para lalo nating makapag-adjust ng maigi. Only if we become very mindful. I'll strengthen how else we can become mindful. You can simply ask yourself, in the end, what do I deserve? You can simply ask yourself that. And pag alam mo na, of course, we're always gonna say, I deserve blessings. And then, of course, no doubt about that. You deserve that. Definitely. Now, yes, you deserve that, but you also deserve to go through the process of mindfulness muna. So be willing to go through this as a process. And sometimes, minsan, you find yourself na oh my gosh, I'm doing well now. I'm starting to get my rhythm now, and matutuwa ka sa sarili mo. But sometimes, as we are human beings, minsan talagang nakakalimot. Minsan, we get slips, okay? We make mistakes, and that's okay. That's really okay. Because that's part of the process, eh. Hindi na naman yun parusa, okay? Hindi tayo pinarurusahan pag medyo nagkakamali na naman tayo. Meron lang kailangan matutunan. And those are the things that you have to be mindful every single time, no matter what unfolds. May blessing ka? Trust. Why? May blessing? Trust that this will keep happening. Trust na paulit-ulit yan. Trust that this will be a flow, a continuous flow that will happen in your life. May warning? May not so blessings? Trust pa din. Trust that we are just meant to learn lessons, no matter how the approach is given to us, no matter what means for us to learn, so long as we learn, so long as we get to discover learning and wisdom, ibibigay sa atin yun. So, all of those, tandaan, kung ano man ang gusto ninyong i-manifest, yun lang yung process na gagawin natin over and over. And then, pag may na-manifest na kayo, and then, kwento nyo naman. Either you tell me or leave a comment here para naman mas maka-inspire pa kayo ng ibang tao. Because you know what? All it takes is for us to really start taking action. Kailangan lang pagkatiwalaan natin yung proseso na to and to keep doing it over and over. And then, once you see this and when you start to feel the change and you start seeing and experiencing the change, I'm telling you, you will tell yourself na, okay, what else can I do? What else can I manifest? Ano pa yung pwede kong i-improve sa sarili ko? And then you'll see yourself that you're definitely gonna be the better version of yourself. And you keep doing it over and over. And then kapag nag-work na siya perfectly for you and you start to master this, next goal is to share it. Share nyo sa iba. Share nyo sa mga mahal nyo sa buhay. Para imagine lahat tayo continuously, we're all gonna live an abundant life. Thanks for joining Tarot Thursdays. Maraming salamat. So, hello muna. I have a fellow tarot reader here, si Scout Lara, si Louise. Thank you for joining us tonight. If you want to experience her reading, nako, she is in at MoonScout22 in her Instagram. Napakagaling din na reader na to. Okay, and she's also a Reiki practitioner herself. So for healing sessions, speaking of healing sessions, some of you may be needing healing. So this is also the venue. If you have friends and family, either they got infected by COVID, wag naman sana, but any of you here may be needing healing and prayers. Me and the rest of my almost 400 students are here to send healing, to pray for the people who may be needing it. So just leave a comment down below and then isasama natin yan sa charity work namin, because me and my students, we continuously, as a form of our charity work, we are maintaining this huge list of frontliners, people who donate to frontliners, people who got sick, infected by either COVID-19 or any form of illness that we need healing and prayers. We've been maintaining this list every day since last year. We have almost 1,300 people in the organization in our list. And we plan to continuously grow this every day, because this is also how we get to dedicate and to dedicate a part of our energy for charity work. Okay? Can I ask for healing? Just use Reiki on myself, pero baka pwede rin humingi from you. Ay, walang problema. Okay, sige. Sending. Sige, madaling, dahil energy healer din yan si Luis, mas madaling mag-send ng yan, dahil may Reiki na rin yan. Okay, sige. Abangan na. Ayan, sending. So, kung gusto niyo mag-participate, huwag mahiya. Our guidelines are posted here in our comment section. Okay? So, sige na. Tignan natin yung next na participant natin. Here we go. Yun. Okay, yung next naman natin, next participant natin, suki din natin yan. And syempre, Team Bessie, yung ating Team Bessie, yung next participant natin. So, sa mga ka-Team Bessie natin dyan, magandang gabi sa inyo. So, okay. Ito na. Career for upcoming October to find a job to help my family. Sige, tingnan natin kung for the career side ng ating Bessie, tingnan natin. October. Okay, tingnan natin. Okay. By the way, so it's already looking good. We have a minor card here, but it's another card that resonates blessings dahil we have the 9 of coins here. And again, kapag coins, okay? So finally, anong tawag dito? For a question about career, the most appropriate cards that you will get there kapag minor cards will be coins or the pentacles. And this is really telling you a very good news for that. So, This is already manifesting really well, but you can even do it. You can even strengthen this energy even more by staying. Nagbigay na ako. If you tuned in earlier dun sa manifestation natin, yung process or the step-by-step process on how we're going to manifest, continuously apply that in this energy nung sa career natin. So might say, how do you strengthen this even more? And then continuously, if you're still in the process of finding this, I think be very consistent and update your do not be afraid to update your social media. There are social media accounts dedicated for job opportunities. So LinkedIn is one. It's a very good app for you to source out opportunities, and oftentimes the companies will be even sending you a direct message because your qualifications is a job fit according to what they're also looking for. So it's a very easy opportunity for you to gain opportunities. I want you to continuously think out of the box and never stop. Kasi yun nga para ma-manifest natin, mamamanifest, dapat continuously natin siyang ginagawa. So, in our thoughts, decisions, and actions. And huwag mahihiya to really exert effort for you to keep manifesting this. May I say this is already going to do well. Nagma-manifest na siya. I'm really seeing it. I'm really seeing a good opportunity for October. But to strengthen this, because for me, I say it's a strong possibility. Pero kumbaga yung pinaka telltale sign sa akin na talagang sure na na-manifest mo na siya is when we get a major card, of course. Now, this is already good since this is the coins, or this is the energy of abundance and prosperity. But you can even improve this pa by being very consistent with your thoughts, decisions, and actions, to keep focusing on this, to never stop looking for and taking opportunities, to keep putting yourself out there so that you can find the right opportunities for you, and continuously do this over and over. May I say it's already doing well. Mas pag-igihan pa para mas maging tuloy-tuloy. Okay? So thanks for joining Tarot Thursdays. I'm Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, and also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher. Welcome to Tarot Thursdays. And we provide free readings for everybody. So kung may mga katanungan kayo, baka naman meron kayong tanong dyan, anything about your health. Kailangan yung health, ha. Yan, health natin, about your love life. Oy, love life. And kailangan din yan, syempre, sa career natin. Send them over. Akong bahala sa inyo. If you want to participate, nakalagay sa pin post in our comment section yung ating guidelines. Madali lang. Okay? So keep sharing this live video, by the way. And send those entries, raffle sa ating pakisend lang yan sa ating Facebook page. Okay? So, here we go na sa next natin na participant. Okay, tingnan natin. Here we go. Syempre naman, suking-suki yung ating suking-suki itong next natin. Hello, Master. Namaskaram. Yan, namaskaram sa'yo. Okay, ask ko lang po energy of my finances for the last quarter of the year. Tingnan natin. Yung energies ng finances natin for anong quarter? Ano nga yun? Last quarter, so fourth quarter of 2021. Here we go. Okay. Iba rin talaga tong ibang-iba rin talaga tong suki natin, because you know what I really like about kapag naging suki ka na dito, and yung talagang napo-perfect mo yung attendance natin every single time, because I always treat these sessions as a learning opportunity para mas maging reminded tayo sa mga gagawin natin. And you know what? I found myself in the same situation. Nung hindi pa ako teacher, hindi pa ako Reiki master and teacher, when I was a Reiki student, I would always see to it na pupunta ako sa teacher ko to review these lessons every time. Na kahit na paulit-ulit ko napagdaanan ko na yung Reiki level 1, Reiki level 2, and nakapag-tarot. Sa teacher ko rin ako nag-aral ng intuitive tarot reading. And again, I owe anything and everything that I have right now to my teachers. Maraming salamat. And when I was a student, lagi lang ako nagpupunta sa teacher ko to keep experiencing the lessons from him over and over, kasi para mas mag-stick sa akin. Mas ma-absorb ko na maigi, mas maintindihan ko na mabuti, and mas ma-apply ko ng mabuti sa life ko. And imagine the constant reminders that we have. Every constant reminder, you allow yourself to keep learning. to become a master of that eventually. The more you apply these lessons consistently, the more you become comfortable with it. And then yung adjustment phase natin will become smoother. Now, etong suki natin ito, isang beses pa lang yata nakaka-absent sa mga sessions. So, nakakakilig talaga. And every single time, we share the successes kasi we we started maintaining the communication dito. Nasabi ko nga sa inyo marami na akong mas dumadami yung mga nagiging kaibigan ko, especially when we started Tarot Tuesdays and now we have Tarot Thursdays. And this participant, as in nakita mo yung progress in from one progress to another, tuloy-tuloy lang. And you'll be surprised that we have a major card for you, itong participant natin. So this is the High Priestess. Okay, the High Priestess is a very good card because this is the energy that resonates a very wise decision. So in short, yung sa finances, I am very much assured that all throughout the last quarter, everything, lahat nakaayos na maigi according to your plan, how you sorted out yung financial planning mo and you planned it really well. This card is confirming that all throughout the last quarter, you're good. You've been able to sort out and na-plancha mo na maigi yung planning mo when it comes to your finances. And that's what this card is really affirming on that. Now, you were able to plan well, and you're not just planning well, you're executing well. So therefore, dun talaga yung manifestation nung as you apply change in your life, you being mindful in your thoughts, decisions, and actions, that is really what this energy is about. When you become mindful, and when you surrender yourself to trusting fully in this process, talagang one way or another, you can never unsee how blessings will keep pouring. Now, your goal is to continuously do this. I say, I will never doubt that everything that you plan for your last quarter, actually, you even planned it well, na yung mga plinano mo na pagsasort ng mga finances mo, there's gonna be so much extra for you. And that means you can keep rewarding yourself. You can keep rewarding yourself for this because I myself, I'm an advocate of self-love, and that means if you continuously have a place in your heart for other people, to share these blessings to other people, to also be mindful of how to equally share your blessings to the people around you, dapat fair din ang laban sa sarili. So therefore, if you have a space to offer blessings towards others, dapat equally meron ka rin para sa sarili mo. Kaya nga, di ba, na-mention ko at the very first part of our session, sabi ko, I reward myself. If it's Christmas, I buy myself a gift. If it's my birthday, I buy myself a gift because you have to reward yourself. You can never deprive yourself of these things because through it all, it's not just gonna be like the fuel or the way for you to motivate yourself. You simply deserve to enjoy all the hard work and effort. Lalo na sa mga tao na who always offers majority of their blessings towards others. Yung talagang sobrang selfless na. Or if it may be like that, or it can be a form of responsibility. It may be a form of responsibility then that you are currently facing, currently taking action on. That's fine. That's fine. Basta wag lang makakalimutan lagi yung sarili. And it doesn't mean that it has to be like super laki or small, just so long as you allot something for yourself and you consciously allot that for yourself, and then that's gonna be very good for you. Because if we are always willing to share our blessings towards others, dapat mas willing tayo mag-share sa sarili natin. Kasi para hindi natin naiisip na para tayong laging bigay ako ng bigay, pero parang ako yung laging nawawalan. Or parang you find yourself in a very pitiful situation kasi nga para kang laging para kang dumadaan lang lagi yung abundance and prosperity sa'yo, but you don't get to experience it. And I've been there before. Hindi masama yun. But then again, I found myself asking, and paano ko gaganahan lalo kung hindi ko man lang i-enjoy? Paano paano ko ma-appreciate yung hard work and effort ko kung hindi ko alam i-reward yung sarili ko. That's why a reward system towards yourself is very, very important as well. You have to give yourself that. If willing kang magbigay sa iba, dapat mas willing kang magbigay sa sarili mo. And if you haven't done that for yourself or lately, you may have taken a pause, reward yourself instantly. And again, it doesn't mean it's always just monetary. It doesn't mean it's monetary. It can be anything and everything that you love doing for yourself. It can be just a quiet time. It can be mag-marathon ka ng Squid Game. Ganyan. Ganda, by the way, ang ganda. It can be anything and everything that you take pleasure doing. Honor yourself by doing that. It can be a quick nap if you don't usually take naps kasi wala ka masyadong time. It can be a quick nap. You deserve that. In short, kung lagi tayo nagbibigay sa iba, kung generous na generous tayo sa iba, dapat mas generous tayo sa sarili. Okay? And it's not selfish when you do. After all, that's coming from your own hard work and effort. Mas mararamdaman mo yan kapag meron kang steady reward system para sa sarili. And hindi ibig sabihin na inuuna mo din yung sarili mo, madamot ka. Hindi totoo yun. Because pag nasa aeroplano nga tayo, di ba, sina-explain ng ating mga flight attendants, sinasabi sa atin, during emergency cases and the oxygen masks will fall down, wear it on you first before you wear it on others. It's simply like that. Because you can never give something you do not have. Okay? So in short, you are generous because you are also generous to everybody, including yourself. Itong participant ko na to is also an embodiment of that. And I know how well you reward yourself, and that's very good. I love it when I see people that they really know how to reward themselves. And that is really something that we all have to start doing. Para in the end, no matter what efforts we provide, and sometimes lalo na kapag breadwinner yung situation natin, kahit paano may napupunta sa'yo na enjoy mo, para namang hindi nga masyadong feeling mo sa sarili mo is walang nararating yung mga paghihirap mo. Kailangan din one way or another ma-feel natin yun. And so for this, our current participant, katuwa, continuously do what you're doing best. Makinig sa mga guidance natin and make sure that you also share this because I believe that's the next step na din for you. Because as you can see, na natututo na ng maigi yung now you're really starting to get the rhythm on how the universe works. And so the next step is to keep sharing it. Keep sharing this blessing to everybody para ikaw pa yung makakatulong niya, ikaw pa yung magiging blessing sa iba. Okay? So, I have nothing more to say but congratulations sa ating current participant dahil you really have listened well. And so the universe listened well as well. Ang daming well. But anyway, all is well. Thanks for joining Tarot Thursdays. I'm Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher. Welcome to Tarot Thursdays. And we provide free readings for everybody. So kung may tanong kayo, nandyan sa pin po sa atin yung ating mga guidelines. Huwag mahihiya na mag-participate. Okay, so here we go. Tingnan natin yung next participant natin. Aba, meron tayong bagong participant. Maraming salamat naman sa bagong participant natin. So, here we go. Okay, magsasucceed ba yung business na wini-workout ko ngayon? And gaganda ba ang love life ko? So, unahin muna natin yung first question itong current participant natin. And this will be about the business na wini-workout mo muna. Yun muna unahin natin. And then, kapag naubos na natin yung cue, we will go for run-throughs ulit. Ha? So, okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So, now, this is really something that would also allow you to be more mindful of your energy, syempre. Okay? So, by the way, eto na naman tayo dun sa basta sa lahat ng mga gusto mag-participate in our Tower Thursdays. And I know some of you maybe just, in the end, ang message lang naman is that, will it be favorable o hindi? Okay, so wag kayong mawawalan o kaya panghihinaan ng loob just to see the energies kung maganda ba, kung currently favorable ba o hindi. Kasi remember, lahat ng mababasa ko is everything current. Current yan. So ibig sabihin, this will be your self-check. This will allow you to recognize how well you're doing or how much more effort will you give. Ano pa ang mga ilalabas natin na mga effort to manifest this well. And if you're already doing well, at least para makita yung makita yung um, mga updates on our energies. We have a minor card here, and this is the King of Wands. And in our minor cards, teka, i-atras natin na may yan. In our tarot decks, kapag nakakuha tayo ng mga wands, ang ibig sabihin, the energy of the wands will represent either hard work and effort and labor. And so, this means, in the current business that you're working on, I know it feels na parang kailangan ang dami-dami mong effort na ilalabas. Na sometimes hindi ka na nakakapagpahinga, no? Wala talagang timeline na steady timeline na sinusundan when you're working on this, and sometimes minsan hindi mo namamalayan, like halimbawa 15 hours of the time na of the day na uubos just because of this. And don't be surprised with that, because eto na yung mga, imagine natin yung mga ginagawa natin. Literally, we're like planting seeds. If we're going to manifest, diba, para tayo nagtatanim ng mga buto. And that being the example, I'll give the further illustration na hindi porke may tinanim tayong buto, we are going to 100% expect na yung butong tinanim natin is magiging magiging puno na yan after some time, magiging puno na yan. Hindi lahat ng buto na ilalagay mo na dyan. Pag may buto ka, may nakita kang lupa, pag binato mo ng ganyan, feeling mo automatically magiging ganun na siya. Remember, this will grow when you provide the right conditions for it to grow. Ano ibig sabihin no? What are the conditions? Hindi lang basta ang formula for you to grow a plant is not just a seed and a soil. We all know na kailangan may proper sunlight, kailangan maarawan, kailangan laging nabibigyan ng sinag ng araw. Kailangan natutubigan din. Okay? If you have fertilizer to help it, to nourish it more, then yun ang mga gagawin natin. And we have to keep checking on it. We have to take care of it. Kailangan inaalagaan natin siya. We also need to protect it. So in short, hindi porke you have a seed to plant, you have to give it the right conditions. Kaya nandun yung sinasabi ko ng thoughts, decisions, and actions. Dapat lahat ng gagawin natin is providing the right conditions para mapalago natin siya. Tulad tayo, initially, the only thing as babies, the only thing that we can process is milk. Pero imagine kung milk lang tayo ng milk all throughout, kung yun lang yung conditioning na binigay natin yun lang yung conditioning na binigay natin sa sarili natin, do you expect that you will be all throughout healthy, or you will not be needing any form of nutrition? Of course, we need protein, we need carbs, we need this, we need that, na hindi lang mabibigay na isang bagay. So as we grow older, the conditions dapat it adapts as well. So you need to sleep well, you need to exercise, practically all the best things. Those are the right conditions for us to grow as a person. But that is just one part of us as a person. We're just talking about our physical sense. The list goes on. So my say is that it is enough that you're working hard, but you also have to keep doing this over and over, as these are the seeds na tinatanim natin. I know sometimes it may feel a little slow because it's not just you. Okay, I don't want you to take fault on this, because parang it takes a lot of patience. But imagine if we're literally growing a tree, you don't expect na when you plant a seed right now that in the next coming days it will become a tree right away. Meron din pati parang luto natin, hindi tayo expect na pag magluluto tayo, itatambak, tapos i-turn on lang natin yung heat ng ganyan, and then we're expecting na everything will be super delicious right after. Kailangan titimplahin natin na maigi. Kailangan tatansyahin natin yung heat, everything, the conditions again. The conditions should always be there when we are wanting to manifest something. We have to basically care for it. You're already doing this, kailangan lang maging extra patient pa. Kailangan lang to continuously do this. Because right now, sometimes it may feel a little slow, and it doesn't mean that it's slow, hindi mo na itutuloy. Or it doesn't mean na parang you're gonna tell yourself, naku, I'm a failure because ang bagal ng pickup. Everything naman, we just have to keep starting somewhere and to never be afraid to start somewhere. Just like how we started here in our YouTube channel. before, when we started this channel, as in mababa lang talaga siya. But now, slowly and surely, we're trying to pick up. We're really picking up, and I'm very, very grateful with the pace. Now, hindi man siya yung sobrang hindi man siya yung sobrang like hundreds. We are still near our first goal of 1,000 subscribers. But you know what? I'm very happy in every progress. I don't tell myself parang, ano ba yan, pa isa-isa lang, parang wala naman masyadong direction yung ano. But why am I still here? Because I know I should just keep giving the right conditions for it to grow. So should you. You just have to keep realizing what you're doing here. And when you're mindful of the energies, and when you're mindful on how you're continuously going to provide the right necessary conditions for you to grow something, and then it will eventually grow. You just have to be very patient with it. This is also part of it. So my say, dagdagan lang yung energy ng hard work, ng effort, and then continuously do this over and over, mas magmamanifest yan. And there is really a divine timing for everything. My say, don't give up. Don't give up because it's really going to pick up. You just have to keep doing this over and over and keep manifesting this and be mindful of your energy. And then the rest, once you start getting, and once this picks up, and then you start to get your level of comfort, share this story and let's all celebrate this success all together because ito na yun, you're also allowing this to manifest even more by just simply being mindful, and I'll be very, very excited for you. Thanks for joining Tarot Thursdays. My name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher and also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher, and welcome to Tarot Thursdays. Ang slang naman. Joke. Parang yung kape talaga nakakaganda ng English yan eh. Kaya gusto ko nagkakape. So in short, pag gusto natin gumanda yung English, magkakape lang. Joke lang. Gusto ko lang naman syumat ng kape. Yan, thank you. Very good. That was my last sip. Okay, pero meron pa tayong tsaa here. So, if you want to participate, time check, 10:27, 33 minutes, marami pa tayong kayang sagutin na tanong dyan. So, if you want to participate, nakalagay sa ating pin post yung ating guidelines. Go ahead and just keep joining. Ay, sabi ng participant natin, ba't ganun na-teary-eye ako sa energy? True lahat, keep on coming back to you, Master. Ay, thank you naman. But na-teary-eye ako sa energy. All glory to God, Master. I've learned my lessons already. Thank you. You are a blessing to me. Ay, shush. Alam mo, konting-konti na lang mag-eyeball na talaga tayo. Na magka-grand eyeball na yung mga suki natin sa And you know what? I'm really willing to do that kapag nag-improve na yung ating pag nag-improve na yung ating pag nag-improve na yung ating mga health restrictions and mga protocols natin, why not? I'd love that. Diba? I'd really love to because ever since the pandemic time happened, sometimes nga and earlier I had a client then earlier, and this client of mine, and I honestly don't go out. I honestly don't go out that much, but there are certain VIP clients na I would say yes to. And when I say VIP clients, as in talagang may the works, may antigen test. So nandun ako, naghihintay ka, me and the client, side by side, may private nurse siya, tapos may pang RT-PCR siya. I was like, okay, sige po. So I didn't expect na magsa-swab test ako kanina, but then again, I have to do that. I'm so happy na na very negative naman. And but then again, before everything happened in the pandemic time, kasi the lockdown situation, and when I teach, all of my classes used to be physical classes, and so I'm always used to seeing my not just my clients but my students in person, and I really love experiencing my students all together. So medyo na miss ko siya because last year I started transitioning to virtual learning, so all of my workshops are now online for the meantime. Actually, we already have a cafe. We have a cafe in San Juan, so technically, that place, dapat yun yung para sa mga physical classes and for the sessions. Kasi on weekends I teach, on weekdays I do reading sessions. So that's when I meet my clients. And earlier I did that today. And then but more often than not, everything else now happens online. But once the situation improves, actually we have a place for that because we have a cafe. This is in San Juan. Malapit sa munisipyo ng San Juan, nandun yung cafe namin. We're just not opening it to everybody or publicly just because hindi pa pwede. So, but therefore, we already have a place for that. So once the situation gets better, tara na, so good na tayo. Akong bahala sa inyo. And we'll have more fun there. Okay? So, ay, oo nga pala, trabaho na tayo. Sorry. O, sige, magsagot na tayo ng mga ano. Pero, okay. Pero, syempre, kinikilig ako each time na I have very good na feedback mula sa inyo. Okay, so tingnan na natin yung next participant natin. Here we go. Teka. Aba, bagong participant naman. Maraming salamat. Oh, mayroon dami nating participant. At saka, grabe, nauunahan kayo ng mga bagong participants. Hindi, actually mix naman siya. Kita niyo naman, di ba, mga suki and participants. It's a good mix. Pero ang gagaling, ang bibilis, ang bibilis makapag-send ng mga questions. Hi po, may I ask po, first, in our recent week, my family of mine got so lack of financial assistance. But sometimes we get blessings. Thus, my family or me will be able to have or will have a stable financial in the near future. And secondly, my future in love. I settled down with my ex, but sadly we broke apart because of his ex-girlfriend. May I be able to have a blessed relationship in the near future? Thank you. That's all po. Sorry, mahaba. Okay lang yan. Pero isa-isahin muna natin yung question. Ay, ito pala yung camera ko. Sorry. Isa-isahin muna natin yung question natin. I-address muna natin yung sa financials. And then, ubusin natin yung Q. And then, panubos natin yung Q. And then, let's go back dun sa other. Sige, tingnan natin yung financials muna. So as you can see, no, and if you have multiple questions, siyempre yung pinakaunang yung pinakaunang question yun yung uunahin ko. Okay, for the financials, here we go. Okay. Hoof. Okay. So, medyo, teka. Nga. Okay. So, okay. Now, this will be a warning para doon sa participant natin. Okay? So, this is a warning. Teka lang. Hindi ko pa pala na-mention na siya na na-mention ko pala. Now, in the tarot cards, there are warning cards. Okay? And the strongest warnings, if it's the major card, na warning card, and unfortunately, yun yung nakuha natin. Okay? And you know how it is. Ako, every time I read the cards, and I'm just very, very, very transparent because I feel for every person that I read to, whether it's a celebration of success, and then I celebrate with my clients. And when it's something to prepare for, if it's a warning, and then of course, my heart goes out to everyone as well, lalo na dun sa client. And this is really a warning. Imagine mo yung question for the financials, and this is we got the tower. Okay? So we got the tower. So the tower is really a warning card. So this is really one of the strongest warnings that we can get when we're going to have a reading session. Now I know you and your family are really experiencing a lot. Also because there are health concerns here. Okay, and I know these situations are not easy to handle, and sometimes we become very, very frustrated, and sometimes it leads to a point of questioning, a point of doubt that eventually may lead to anger. Okay, and I've been there. There was a huge part of my life wherein I was just really winging it, but I was very mad. I was very angry, and so I feel you, lalo na if it concerns money, and especially kasi when we talk about money, we talk about the survivability. We're talking about not just any time of this lifetime. We're talking about in a pandemic situation, and when we talk about the survivability, just because we don't have the means, that is something a little too challenging to handle. So I feel you, okay? But this card may be saying that you're right. Everybody, you and your family is experiencing this, okay? But it doesn't end there. Remember that this is a phase that we all have to go through. And when I say this is a phase that we go through, we are all meant to experience the roller coaster ride. The ups and downs, the blessings, the warnings, the not so good happenings in our life. We honestly deserve all of those. Not because, kasi when we pray to God, when we pray na parang to Lord God, please bless us with this, bless us with the abundance, bless us with the prosperity, bless us with the great things in life, bless us with everything. I want you to realize that you are not praying for just good things to happen. You are not just praying for the good things. When you pray to God, when you pray to God and you pray for blessings to happen, prepare to also experience the not so good things because it comes with the prayer. It comes with the prayer that you pray yourself. Kasama siya doon sa mga pinagdadasal natin. Bakit? Sabi ko nga, the universe is not a wish-granting genie. Na hindi siya yung, tarang, gusto ko po ng ganyan. Hindi talaga siya ganun. And oftentimes, if you find yourself wanting to pray for something, wanting to manifest for something, that means something in our life also needs to be fixed. And pag humihiling tayo ng ganyan sa Diyos, humihiling din tayo essentially ng paraan para ma-address natin yung kailangan ayusin sa buhay. Kasi pag naayos natin yun, that is the time that we get to experience this. And that itself is already a blessing. So therefore, talagang deserve natin to go through many bad things as well. Deserve natin kasi deserve natin may matutunan in those situations. Na kapag natutunan natin, yun yung magiging bala natin. So, halimbawa, when we were in school, para tayong sometimes, syempre, pag ikaw yung nag-aaral, lalo na pag medyo ang dami mong inaaral, sabay-sabay, tas lahat hindi naman madali, lahat mahirap, and you have to go through it all together. Yung mga pinagdadaanan natin yun, it may seem like para tayong pinarurusahan, but we have to keep doing it. We have to keep learning it. We have to keep studying it. We have to keep more patience so that we can absorb more, so that we can learn more. And then eventually, when we go through these tests, pag ina-apply na natin yung mga learning, and then eventually, na-receive na natin yung outcome ng scores natin, and we get to pass them, hindi naman natin sinasabi sa sarili natin na parang, ano ba yan, papasa din naman pala ako, bakit mahirap pa yung gano'n? Of course, we celebrate that. Of course, we just celebrate that. Now, if there are times na you know you did your best, nag-aaral ka na maigi, but then again, when you're taking the test, you find it really challenging to provide the right answers, and then eventually, when the results are out, and it's not necessarily a good thing, and then we learn from there, and then we work harder, and then it allows us to learn more. It allows us to motivate ourselves. Okay, masakit to. Patay ako sa parents ko pag nakita nito. And then we get to learn. Because of those experiences, because we experience something na hindi ganun ka-favorable, it sticks. It sticks to us. And I'm pretty sure if you look back, if there are subjects that you flunked, like I did, may mga subjects ako hindi ko na napasa. And if that happened to your life, I'm pretty sure it left a mark in your life. Naalala mo yun. And I'm pretty sure hanggang ngayon naaalala mo yun. Why? Because sometimes, alam naman natin how to answer these. Alam natin what to do. It's just that hindi lang tayo mindful. But when something sticks, pag naalala natin, mas nagiging careful tayo. Ay, ayoko niya, alam ko na yan. Yep, alam ko na yan. Sige, I'll do better. But something has to happen first for it to stick, for it to be remarkable enough for you to remember to be more mindful. And until that time happens, there are bigger things and bigger things that will be given to you para lang mas maalala mo. But then again, it's just that sometimes, honestly speaking, every time we experience yung parang medyo nadadapa tayo, I mean, let's face it, talaga na nga namang mahirap. Talaga naman nakaka-disappoint. Talaga nga namang nakaka-frustrate. Totoo naman. But don't stop yourself from just feeling the pain and suffering. I hope that from this experience rather, when you start experiencing the pain and suffering, and if you allow yourself to remember this moment, you will remember this moment even more when you tell yourself na, okay, this may be not so favorable now, but I am willing to learn. And then focus on your thoughts, decisions, and actions. Di ba yung natin sa manifestation earlier, ganon ang continuously gagawin natin, and to keep doing this over and over. And to please refrain from being too hard on yourself and sasabihin nyo na parang wala, malas na ako, wala yung ganito. Be very much best friends with yourself. Because kung anong pinoprocess mo sa isip mo, talagang magma-manifest yan. Lalo kung sinasabi mo sa sarili mo, lalong magma-manifest yan. So yes, be gentle with yourself. Pero wag naman yung parang uuto-utoy mo sa'yo, hindi, mayaman ka, mayaman ka, mayaman ka. Mayaman ka, you're doing well, you're doing well. If you're just in your thoughts that you're doing that, but you're not taking action, kulang pa. So again, be mindful about it. And that no matter how this situation unfold, lalo nito sa current participant natin, no matter how everything has unfolded for you, I know the pain and suffering is there, mahirap, it's challenging, but use this experience para mas maging guided ka to be more mindful with your thoughts, decisions, and actions. And you have to keep embracing these experiences para magtuloy-tuloy yung motivation mo to keep doing well. And this will definitely allow you to become better. But you have to allow yourself to be better by allowing yourself to go through this process. And I'm telling you, may chance talaga tayo na na minsan yung roller coaster ride talaga ng buhay natin. Sometimes yung push and pull mararamdaman natin. I thought I was doing well, but heto na naman, bumigay na naman. Ganun talaga. Parte yan. Parte yan. That's another added experience para mas mag-stick. Yung parang yung another form of challenge for you to bear na parang, hala, akala ko okay na ako pero eto na naman. And then it will leave a mark even more. And so use that as an opportunity for you to just be better. Hindi para apihin pa yung sarili mo para you'd feel like, hala, parang sakluban na talaga ako ng langit at lupa. Okay? Sasali na lang ako sa Squid Game. If you haven't watched Squid Game, that is really an eye-opening experience. Kasi, alam mo, that there are so many lessons that if you get to analyze Squid Game, and by the way, if some of you haven't seen, hindi naman ako magbibigay ng what do you call this, what's that term again? It's at the tip of my tongue. Ano nga tawag? Spoiler, okay? Hindi naman to spoiler alert, okay? But remember, Squid Game is actually a representation of how we deal with life and the people that we choose to go through these experiences together. Lumalabas yung true nature ng tao, especially kapag nagigipit. Okay? And when we are in a very tight spot, the person experiencing these experiences may not necessarily think straight, or sometimes it pushes you to your limits. There are often times that we feel that, but what do we do in those situations? So if you haven't watched Squid Game, magandang reflection. May ano siya, practically it's a very, well, it's not for kids. Definitely it's not for kids, but definitely you will learn many things on that. You will learn practically humility. And that is another good lesson to absorb, humility. So, my say, para sa participant natin ngayon, my say, this will turn around. This experience is only a phase of your life, you and your family. But if the goal is to pull yourselves out of that situation, then the time is now. The time is now. Collectively, if you're all experiencing this, then collectively work on this as a team. Collectively work on this as a family. So continuously, everybody will be giving your fair share, and then lahat kayo makakapag-contribute on this greatly. But it has to be team effort as well. Remember that there is a family lesson right here as well. There is a lesson through it all that you all need to learn from here. Be willing to learn, and everybody's lives will shift positively. Thanks for joining Tarot Thursdays. May time pa tayo. Diretso na natin. But then again, kung sakasakali na hindi na naman natin ma-entertain yung mga ibang nag-participate in our session for tonight, meron ba namang Tarot Tuesdays. Okay? So, tingnan natin. Okay. So, tingnan natin. Wow, ang cute naman sa sa Instagram yung sa Instagram yung sinend niya, and bagong participant 'to, so maraming salamat. Okay. Question, how will the rest of 2021 pan out for me? Aba. Or to put it more specifically, last month I got rejected and bullied by people that I thought were my friends kasi they thought I was harmful and a danger to them. Unfortunately, di nila na specify yung instances where they said I was such. The incident re-traumatized me and it made me doubt so much who I am. How do I heal myself from this? Mas magandang sagutin ko tong kesa yung pagtanong lang how the rest of the 2021 will pan out. And so, this definitely is something that everybody will benefit from. Looks like this session for tonight really is very meaningful after all, no? I mean, ang dami na natin na pag-usapan from manifesting abundance and prosperity through dealing with life challenges. And I'm telling you, one way or another, makaka-relate talaga kayong lahat sa mga reading ng mga ibang participants natin tonight. And you know what, you'll be surprised. I'm learning all at the same time. I am definitely learning from everybody as well. Kaya naman ako, I always look forward. And to be honest, earlier I've had a long session. My reading session with this VIP client of mine, it was a long session, honestly, dahil ang dami namin kailangang ayusin together. But you know what? And sometimes parang I tell myself, okay, I had a long reading session. Do I still have the energy for our live sessions? Of course I do. Of course I do. Si Rain nga kanina nag-message, sabi niya, Master, meron ba tayong today? Kasi hindi ako nakapag-post ng announcement. Of course, meron. Siyempre, late lang yung announcement natin. But yes, tuloy-tuloy. That's our commitment. And so, doon sa participant natin ngayon na nabully. Okay, nabully, you got rejected. Practically, there are many things that you've gone through. You felt traumatized again. And then, here is one thing that I will tell you. Okay, here's one thing that I will tell you. Na first things first, bigyan kita ng magandang realization so that you would really have a very thorough process in healing yourself, okay? I will give you a very good process. First of all, medyo pareho lang din siya ng process. Alam mo, if you're gonna listen well dun sa mga binibigay kong mga guidance sa lahat you will see a pattern here. You will definitely see a pattern here because it shouldn't be complicated. Honestly, you going through self-healing should not be complicated only if we know the step-by-step things na gagawin natin. And itong mga tips na ibibigay ko sa inyo ay hindi mahirap. First of all, we start with gratitude. Let's start with gratitude muna, okay? In short, be thankful na you are given this situation. I know it may sound weird. Nawalan ako ng friends. People bullied me. People judged me. Now I'm talk of the town. Why do I need to be thankful? If people are saying bad things towards me, if nagchichismisan ako, why do I need to be grateful? Be grateful. You'll be surprised. You have to feel grateful unang-una. Why? Nire-reveal ni God kung sino yung mga taong yan sa'yo. It's not a secret. So God reveals to you the people who may do good things and the not so good things. When you say that you've known these people, that means nire-reveal ni God sa inyo kung sino yung mga taong yan. And these are not just revelations for nothing. God reveals you these things, other people's intentions, other people's actions, other people's personalities, other people's behavior. Kaya nire-reveal sa iyo ni God yan so that you can use these opportunities para to know kung sino dapat yung mga tao who is deserving of your energy as well. Who is deserving of your energy? Who is deserving of your attention? Who's deserving of your love? So imagine kung hindi mo siya alam, this would have continued. So that's the first blessing. Ni-reveal sa'yo. Be grateful. Next, also forgive yourself. So the first step is gratitude. The next step is forgiveness. Forgive yourself that you've experienced this. Sabi mo nga na it's like you're traumatized. Please forgive yourself. Now you have to experience another form of disappointment. Forgive yourself because you have to experience another experience that will leave a mark in your life. That sabi mo nga, it's now another form of trauma. So forgive yourself because you feel like na naman, ako na naman po, Lord. Forgive yourself because you're feeling so much pressure. Forgive yourself because you are feeling less of a person. Forgive yourself because you don't have anyone else to turn to right now, because you feel like everybody has turned their backs on you. Forgive yourself if now you feel alone. Forgive yourself. Forgive the people who've done you wrong. And in fact, bless them. And that may sound weird. I know. Alam ko yan. People, inasama ka na ng ibang tao, bibigyan mo pa ng blessing. I'm telling you, that is the best way. That is the best way for you to become blessed. When people do you wrong, and instead of you, ito yung concept na sinasabi nila na pag binato ka ng bato, batuhin mo ng tinapay. Sayang naman, paano kung Julie's Bake Shop? I'm just kidding. When people do bad things to you, and if right now the decision is to not play fire with fire, instead bless them. Because imagine kung anong klaseng balik nito sa'yo. When people do bad things towards you, pero ang sagot mo is to bless them, in return, yan ang babalik sa'yo. You know why? Kasi if the decision is for you to do bad things as well, tandaan, kung sino ang gumawa ng action, sa kanya lang din babalik. If you receive pain, and if your next course of action is to inflict pain, pain shall be expected on your end as well. So bless them, so that blessings will come to you instead. And in this case, hindi na natin iisipin kung paano babalik ang karma sa kanila. But instead, you know why people do those things? Because hurt people hurt people. So imagine what they're going through right now. You may think that they're going through so much happiness. You may think the people who bully people are feeling so much happiness. You'll be surprised kung ano talagang nararamdaman nila deep inside. And that in itself, I'm sure, now that you realize this, now you're really sure why these people need your blessing. Because they honestly also feel the same. Because they also, one way or another, feeling what you're feeling. But right now, they're trying to escape that. Yes, out of somebody else's expense, out of somebody else's happy life, out of somebody else's sanity. I know there may be people like that. Pero imagine ko anong pinaprocess nila sa hearts nila right now. And of course, some of them may sleep soundly. Of course, some of them may sleep soundly. And some of them, you may not necessarily feel, parang hindi naman, parang okay naman sila. Pero hindi naman necessarily ngayon yan. They may be okay right now. But because the universe will always listen, one way or another, babalik. Babalik yan. Babalik at babalik. And you know how the universe works? Kung anong energy nilabas mo, laging times 3 or times 10 ang balik niyan. So you do one little good thing, ang balik niyan sa'yo either times 3 or times 10. But it's not biased. You do bad things, mas malaki nga ang balik. And so in short, you receive bad, pero kung ang binalik mo in a form of response to that is you bless other people, then prepare to be blessed tenfold. And that's going to be very exciting for you. Next, once we're done with gratitude and we're done with forgiveness, next is go back to yourself. Go back and ask yourself. And again, the only time that we can get to realize how we will improve is when we're honest sa sarili natin. And again, honestly, and you don't need to pretend. Kapag ikaw na lang sa sarili mo, you don't need to pretend. And please don't pretend. In your own self, you should be your most comfortable, your most natural. You don't hold back. If sometimes you treat others differently and accordingly, basta pagdating sa iyo, your most natural self, dapat yun ka. Without pretension. Without any labels, without any judgment. You have to be very comfortable with your own skin and ask yourself as honest as you can and answer it as honest as you can. Why did I end up in this situation? And what are the things that I did for me to go experience this? And then makikita mo yan. Actually, may opportunity sana for you to do well, but you didn't choose this, and, and be ready to embrace kung ano man yung kailangan nating ma-embrace. Na the ugly truth, and embrace it, because after all, ikaw lang naman. Hindi mo naman i-announce, hindi ka naman mag-thinking out loud. You're not gonna announce, by the way, ito yung current post for today. By the way, I realized I did many wrong and ganun. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. But at least when you give yourself that chance, that is the perfect opportunity for you to go all out and be very honest with yourself. And that's the only time that you can really see through how you can improve. Pag alam mo na, you're honest sa sarili mo, oo nga, may ginagawa kong ganito, ay hindi ako masyadong boto doon, pero ginagawa ko siya, then now this is my experience now, then let me change. Because honestly, we all have that perfect shot to become better. But you have to allow yourself that chance. Kailangan bigyan mo yung sarili mo ng opportunity to really be that changed person that you are. And that is the next step. Just be honest and be willing. My next step is to be willing to go through necessary change. And by the way, if that change would entail you maybe needing to choose your new friends next time, and so be it. Because again, di ba nire-reveal sa atin ni God kung sino yung mga tao na pwede nating pagkatiwalaan and hindi. And don't be surprised if these people who initially thought were friends with you, and then later on you discover na hindi pala sila friends, and then you feel disappointed. Don't feel disappointed that you have them. Be very glad that you have these people. Na finally, at least nire-reveal sa atin. Because we are meant to have those revealed right away. So my say, treat that experience as God's ways telling you na yes, it would have been worse. Imagine kung nag 10, 15 years pang magkakasama kayo. If you've waited, or you've waited that long until everything is revealed to you. But then again, it's revealed now. And take that opportunity. If in the end you'd realize na oo nga, medyo hindi pala worth it yung ganyan, and so be it. And syempre, when you get to realize kung ano yung dapat baguhin sa sarili mo, and then the right opportunity is now or also tomorrow. Keep telling yourself that the moment you wake up, we tell ourselves that we are blessed, because each time we wake up, yun yung clean slate natin. Yun yung clean slate na hinihintay natin. Hindi yun isang next year or ano. When we experience something bad today, and then we sleep, and then we wake up the following day, yun na yung clean slate mo, ura-urada. In short, the following day, you have a clear shot for you to rethink, to reassess your energy, to shift your thoughts, shift your decisions, and shift your actions so that you will allow a better possibility to happen, a better opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself. It starts now. It starts tomorrow. Continuously do that. And don't be afraid, to keep realizing these lessons over and over, but you have to give it time. That means for you to really learn from this situation, you need to sit down and think things through. Ano ba nangyari, to keep assessing it right every single time. If it helps for you to write everything down, the pros and cons, what are the discoveries, para lang mas maalala mo, then go ahead. In short, keep helping yourself. Keep giving yourself more opportunities to learn. And of course, there's a part of us that would also feel like, I just want to cry. I just want to do that. When you feel those experiences, go ahead and give yourself that, because you also deserve to keep feeling. Again, part of being honest with yourself is when you feel pain, you have to keep acknowledging that. But acknowledging it is one, pero yung to surrender to it fully is another. Acknowledge it, and then go back to trusting, and to do it over and over and over as a process. Hindi pwedeng hindi natin i-consider na, wala, anong tawag dito? Ito na to forever. We have to continuously give ourselves these chance. Every day is a clean slate. You just have to own it each time. And so my say, as off as this may sound, we all deserve these experiences. Yung to reveal kung ano yung dapat ma-reveal, and masaktan kung dapat masaktan in these situations. Talaga namang deserve natin yun. Deserve natin itong mga gantong experiences. Kasi dun tayo natututo eh. Dun tayo may natututunan. Kapag Sometimes kasi, di ba, it's as easy when we are learning, di ba? Halimbawa, yung parang first day of class, wala pa masyadong mga lessons na kailangan matutunan, but we're anticipating it. But if hindi tayo ganun ka-mindful, if hindi natin binibigyan ng tamang focus yung mga learnings natin right now, and then the tests, alam natin eventually magkakaroon ng tests, di ba? Doon pa ba tayo magpe-prepare kapag nandiyan na yung test? Every day is a preparation for that. So I say the more mindfulness exercises you give to yourself, the more you prepare. The more you realize the situations, the more you get to prepare. The more you ask yourself honestly, and the more you process this within yourself, the more you're giving yourself that chance. And this is a process. In short, wag kang mag-set lang basta ng timeline na by next week dapat okay na ako, because walang ganun. Each of our timelines and divine timings are perfectly unique. So be honest, and a part of your honesty is that, okay, check mo ilang buwan na hindi pa rin siya ganoon, then honor that. But of course, acknowledge it and keep taking action into it and do the process over and over as part of your healing. Because remember, if you want to manifest healing, you should be always willing to apply the change in this, and then you will heal. Set this aside and then you will not heal, honestly. It's like gonna be a ticking time bomb waiting to happen. So my say, be willing to just go through this experience by being more mindful and being more honest with the situation. It doesn't matter what others see. It doesn't matter what others perceive. What matters is, because this is your life and this is your experience that directly happened to you, your goal is to keep learning in this. Thanks for joining Tarot Thursdays. Unfortunately, that is it for our session for tonight. Maraming salamat. This is really very meaningful, and I'm really happy na we get to discuss this. I'm really happy na there may be some tough experiences that sometimes you get to confide through a perfect stranger like me. That's okay. That's okay. I honor these experiences kasi, again, you'll be surprised as well. You'll be surprised as well that we are all really meant to connect to each other. Hindi rin yun coincidence. So I say, no matter if we know each other personally or hindi, when we get to connect, it's because we are meant to connect. We are meant to share energies for each other. And so this is it for our session for this week. Pero meron pa tayo next Tuesday and Thursday. Maraming salamat. Sunday, abangan niyo po ulit yung ating bagong weekly tarot reading for the next month. And ko po, eto na, malapit na naman. We're approaching October. And parang eto na naman, ang bilis-bilis na naman ang panahon. But then again, the more guided we are with the energies, the better. We still have a few more days left for this week. We have Friday until Sunday. If you haven't watched the weekly tarot reading, napakaganda ng mga guidance natin. May mga warnings kasi tayo. The more we get to prepare, the better. So, I want to say thank you again sa mga team Bessie natin. Maraming salamat. Watch out. Love, Die, Repeat. Malapit na here. They're shooting it. Legal Wives. Please continuously watch that. Napakagabi na yung mga intense na yung mga natin. But then again, please do not forget na to also continuously yung ating mga sessions here, continuously spread the word, continuously help our community and our family grow bigger and bigger para mas marami pa tayong successes na ma-celebrate together. But for tonight, I bring back the honor to everybody. Maraming salamat for spending so much time with me and so much wisdom with everybody. For now, we'll see you again next Sunday and our live sessions next week. But for now, maraming salamat. Namaskaram, everybody. Maraming salamat. Have a great night. See you.